Welcome in, creators. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me for this. Well, okay. Welcome in, creators. Sorry about that, but we're here now. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Shop Talk. Thank you. This is so I shouldn't say welcome in, I should say welcome back. So, thank you to the content creators who are chatting it up already in the chat. Go ahead and start connecting and collaborating so that you can grow your channel. The learning of the strategies that will get you to and through monetization. Oh, friends, they're already in motion because you're in the right place and you are here at the right time. And this, my friends, it is indeed Shop Talk. This is our content creator makerspace. And I'm your hostess with the mostest. And friends, I'm coming to you today authentically. You can hear me. It's KendyK all day, every day, baby. KendyK is here with you on a Friday, warm and toasty. Got my warmest socks on, and friends, I'm just in that casual lane today, and so y'all forgive me for not coming on camera today. Will y'all do that for me? We're family, right? We after all this time, after 65 episodes of Shop Talk, we're family. Y'all are my YouTube family, so I appreciate you all letting me come before you just as I am today. Thank you on a Friday. It's just one of them days. Yes, y'all know I can't sing, but I sure do try. We want to welcome the content creators who are in the building. And thank you all for joining me for this episode of Shop Talk. Let me get our co-host link up here. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's do all things in order. Let me drop that co-host link. It has the word Shop Talk in it. And for anyone who would like to join me on the stage and help me to co-host this stream today, there are lots of benefits of you doing so. Number one, you get to talk a lot about your channel. Folks get to see who you are. They get to see how you show up in the world. They kind of get to preview you before popping over there to your channel. And you get the benefit of seeing and meeting and interacting with all of these creators in real time. However, everyone is welcome to Shop Talk, even those who are thinking about starting a YouTube channel. And if that's you, friends, what's holding you back? What's holding you back? Drop that in the comments and let us know because we want to support you too. Whatever brings you here, you're in the right place at the right time. Thank you all so much for joining us for this edition of Shop Talk. So let's get the party train going. Yes, Lala says smash that like button. Yes, 65 episodes. It is hard to believe. It is absolutely hard for me to believe that Shop Talk continues to go strong. We've got folks on the vertical stream. We got folks on the horizontal stream. The vertical stream is a stream that is optimized for your mobile phone. For your smartphone, it's up and down. So y'all, would you type in the chat? Let's do a short some action research here. Would you drop in the chat vertical if you're here on the mobile stream, or would you type horizontal? Or you could just type TV if you're on the landscape mode. How are you joining us today? Look at all the friends gathering. Love to see that. Yes, we already have a content creator who's leveling up in 2026. In fact, I hope she's going to tell us all about her 75 soft challenge. Lala is with us. Lala, America's High Vibe Coach. How are you? How are you, co-host Lala?
Amazing balls.
Thank you. I love that energy. Yes, ma'am. See, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. We've got room for 8 other co-hosts to join us. So please, y'all, come right on up. Hit that link that says StreamYard. I'm going to pin that to the chat while Lala tells us a little bit about her channel and she's got a brand new 75 Soft challenge. Go ahead, Lala.
I'm Lala, the high vibe coach.
Yes.
And yes, the 75 soft challenge. I saw this 75 hard challenge. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's where you have to work out twice a day and you have to read 10 pages a day, do proper nutrition, take a picture, and some other things. 75 hard. And I saw that and I was excited for that, but it was things that I was doing already second nature. There was no reason for me to join the 75 hard. And I said, you know what? I wish there was something out there for YouTubers, a challenge for YouTubers. And that's where I came up with this 75 soft YouTube edition. And all it is a list of the things that KendyK has already been telling us to do. Let me tell you, these things are not new. Post, engage, go out and grow with others that are in your same niche, respond to comments. These are the things that I have listed. And I'm not going to go through every single thing. You can check out the community post if you want. I'm not about to sit here and read the challenge, but my motivation was for support, not to be perfect, but just to show where my time was going. That way I can track my activities on my channel. Yes, they tell us to do this and do that, but are we doing it sporadically or are we doing it consistently? And that's where the 75 soft challenge was born. Hard versus soft. Hard, they have you start over if you miss a day. It negates everything that you've learned thus far. It negates all of your efforts. That's like I tell people, I say, oh, that's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Why would you just disregard everything that you've done before? Say you make it 68 days, you're just going to disregard all of that. You're not going to give yourself credit for that. So I call it the 75 soft because if you skip a day, no harm, no foul. It's not about being perfect. It's just about progressing from where you are.
Look at all of these friends saying their greetings to Lala. You've already got folks who've already connected with you. I can't wait for you to get back over on your own channel so that you can check out who's already connected with you. Lala, thank you for joining me. Thank you for co-hosting again with me. We were just together on Sunday for the Sunday edition of Shop Talk. Y'all, we come to you with 3 live streamed episodes a week, friends. And it's been one of those work weeks for KendyK. Y'all know KendyK wants to be in these YouTube streets. Oh my goodness. We have another co-host. Oh, y'all, this is Friday. Yes, I'm loving it. Friends, we are bringing the one, the only Michelle's Mirror to the stage. Come on in, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Michelle, we're going to put you in the center square, baby. Center, front and center, y'all welcome in Michelle's Mirror. Michelle, tell us a little bit about your channel and what brings you here to Shop Talk today with us.
Hello, KendyK. Thank you for having me. Hello, Lala. How are you? So my name is Michelle, and my channel is called Michelle's Mirror. And kind of inspired to start my channel, just documenting my lifestyle changes that I was doing with my health. I started in March of 2025 of documenting documenting my journey like internally, but then I started my channel in August. So I'm very new to social media. So I
You're
am
doing fine, friend. You're doing just fine. Slow down.
I'm
Take a breath, friend. You got
yeah.
this. We're here. We
So
got you.
I'm learning learning the space. So I did take a little bit of time off in November and December, just for my own self. And I do speak about like self reflection, and that's kind of like my main thing of understanding like who you are inside. But I know that overall it reflects to who you are externally, including your health. So that's something that like is really important to me, and I believe that through it all, like I am looking at my overall health, including some new content that I'm looking to put out there regarding financial literacy and allowing people to get into that space as well. So I am I have my master's in accounting and taxation and a minor in finance. Um, so
Okay.
so like one of my key things in my career, I am a financial manager of a healthcare organization. So I do, and on the outside of that, I do help businesses grow. And so this space that I see a lot of content creators, and I see that where they're going and how they are looking to become monetized. I, like I said, in my November, December, it was like my reflection. And the only thing that came out of it was like, do what you love. And what I love is numbers. I love finance. I love numbers. I've helped multiple businesses in my community. I'm also looking to, if you look at my content, you will see that I did like content for the youth. And that's something also I volunteer to help the youth become like more financial understanding of how to do their budgets and what they should do with credit cards and how they can get on their moms or dads or their family members credit card for like authorized signers so they can build their credit, and what's good credit versus like, some people think some credits are good versus bad. So not only am I thinking about my health, but I also think that your health is your wealth, and I think it ties together into being monetized, because there's some things that's really important that we should gear into when we're thinking about creating that foundation for our monies.
Michelle, wow. Thank you for joining us to co host the Shop Talk today, friends. This is what it's about. It's just creators supporting creators. Y'all, we can grow all of these channels. We have so many things to celebrate today. But first and foremost, we are celebrating Michelle's Mirror. And y'all, it's Michelle with an M and an A. It's an M and an A, and I have dropped her channel link already in the chat so that you all can connect up. So look for that. It says connect with Michelle, y'all. So please connect with this content creator. Happy New Year, Michelle.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Michelle, you are doing amazingly. And to hear all these other facets, I love that you are friends. If I could tell you one thing, it is to have fun with your YouTube channel while it's in its infancy, because it's only going to be small for a little while, just like an infant, right? So you want to spend as much time with your channel as you can. Try new things with your channel. I know you had your heart set on whatever you thought was going to be my niche. I'm going to have my channel. I'm going to do this and only this, okay? Because that's what they said. Find your niche and stay in it, right? But if that's if you want to switch up, wouldn't it make more sense to do that now when you're yet small, right? You certainly don't want to pivot and go a whole different route after you've got 5,000, 10,000 subscribers. Now is the time to stick your toe, your big toe, into some new and different waters. Thank you for laughing at that, Lala. Yeah, stick your toes into some other little waters and see if you like the atmosphere. Because one, by doing so, you open your channel up to new viewers. Slightly different content allows you to open your content up to new eyes and new viewers. The more viewers you get on your content, the more viewers your good content can likely convert them then to what? Subscribers. And I see folks already chatting down in that chat saying, Michelle, You won me over. That's what we do, y'all. Y'all come
Thank you.
on up, y'all. I am monitoring backstage to see if anybody else wants to join us. Y'all, I am going to be continue to add. Look, we've got some old friends joining us. Y'all, the family is here. The Content Creator Collective is assembled. We are here. We are representing. Here is a content creator we all know on the YouTube streets. It's model Lori Ann, or should we say model and actress Lori Ann. Y'all didn't know? Y'all better get over there and check out her newest content, friend. Y'all, she has been on set, friends. She has a SAG card. SAG stands for Screen Actors Guild. Baby, she is union. She is union as an actor. Yes, she is. And she's still a model. She's still gorgeous. Yes, in these YouTube streets. Yes, we've got D Bossway. Hey, friend. D Bossway is celebrating a wedding anniversary, and it's a big one. D Bossway, share that with us if you care to, or else we'll just be tootling over there to your channel as well. Y'all, it's a Friday. Most of the country is expecting we don't know what kind of weather conditions coming in. Y'all drop in the chat. Let us know if the weather is already turning in your area. Give us an update on where you are and what the weather is looking like in your area. I'm going to ask Michelle and Lala, would y'all stay with us as we turn this conversation? We're still looking at SEO. We're trying to level up in 2026, and we are doing so by looking at some of the things that you all need to be looking at. These are the strategies, content creators, that you need to use so that you can level up in 2026. Friends, when you hear those terms, SEO, those three letters, SEO, that stands for a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of powerful techniques and strategies you should be using to grow your channel. SEO stands for search engine optimization. This is how you get down into the YouTube algorithm so that you can grow your channel to and through full monetization. Yes, we want to shout out this content creator. It is Jerry G. Jerry G is at 851. Yes, 51 kind humans like his content so well they hit subscribe. Congratulations, Jerry G. The Content Creator Collective is rooting for you. And can I tell you, Jerry G, you have hit a big milestone on the road to 1,000 subscribers, because remember, 1,000 subscribers is the minimum subscribers that you need to be eligible for full monetization. That's right. You need 1,000 subscribers for full monetization. And I decree and I declare, Jerry G. Let me say that again. I decree and I declare, Jerry G, that you're going to get those remaining 150 subscribers, and it's going to come fast. So you better be ready, Jerry G. They're coming quickly. They're coming quickly. They're coming quickly, Jerry G. They are coming quickly. Yes. Thank you for the update. Jerry G is reporting in. Greetings from Gulfport, Mississippi. It's overcast and 65. Turning cold next week, but no snow and ice there. We've got friends all over the country. Gemini Diva says -3. Woo! Whoa! I hope that is a typo, Gemini Diva. -3. Whoa. The Bossway says rain in Texas, rainy in Texas. Yes, I'm in Tennessee this week, friends, and I am seeing, well, I had to go out and run a few errands, and they were already putting down the sand and the de-icer onto the roads and onto the sidewalks. So that this weather is coming in whenever it hits us. So y'all be safe, and if you don't need to venture out, I know you know what to do. Stick and stay for ShopTalk. For real, you might as well level up on your content and these SEO strategies. We want to say hello to Mama of 3 boys. You've been with us. I did a premiere right before And thank you for joining us over there too, Mama 3. Nothing yet in New York, but it's gloomy. So it's coming to the East Coast on Sunday. Okay, yeah, y'all be careful out there. Be careful. Hey there, girl dad. Girl dad, what a beautiful channel profile picture that is. It says it all, right, friends? It says it all. I love that. It is one of my favorites. Sandra says overcast for her in California. Yes, yes. Friends, but back to this SEO. Let's take a look at SEO. Let me do this so that everybody can see. We did a 1 through 10 on the Sunday edition of Shop Talk, but no fear, we're going to take a step back so that you all can see them, but let's just keep moving forward. So here's the newest ones, 11 through 15. We're looking at SEO techniques to help you optimize your channel, get your channel and your content in the YouTube algorithm, and so that it stays in that algorithm. Friends, let's talk about end screens. End screens are the way to go because they help to keep viewers on your content. At the end of every single live stream, every single long format video, and even shorts, there is an opportunity to add an end screen. That means that you are pointing viewers of your current content to some more of whose content? Your content. Now, friends, don't be confused. Sometimes when you have regular viewers on your content, if they watch your most recent video, they are likely to be recommended some more of your content at the end of your current video. But friends, that's only the most regular watchers on your channel. You want to make sure that any viewer on your channel is going to get your channel as the next piece of content for them to view. Friends, you're helping them to stick and stay on your content. The more they stay on your content, the longer they are to create a watch session. That means how many minutes did they watch your content? The longer the watch session, the more the YouTube algorithm sends your channel and your thumbnails out to more viewers across the globe. YouTube is a global social media. Y'all don't forget that too. YouTube is a global social media, friends. So all the time, make sure, when is the best time for me to go live? When is the best time for me to put my video and make it public, my long format content? Anytime, because there's always somebody available throughout the world on YouTube. But let's talk to our co-host about that. What would you say, or what do you use to help you identify or know when to make your new content available to your viewers? Lala, go ahead.
Joy, give me.
Okay, Michelle, how do you, what do you think about when you have a video, it's ready to go, it's crispy, it's clear, you've got a great thumbnail. When do you decide when you're going to make that public? What is your thought process as a content creator?
I'll say this, that I still need to probably go back through. I'm at the stage right now where I probably need to go back through my content and like fix my thumbnails and some of my titles and create playlists. So I do have that on my to-do list. Entering Lala 75 soft, and I believe you said you have a 50 soft. So I'm trying to like work on my content a little bit. But if I'm just thinking in general, like generalization, I would be thinking like sometimes when people are waking up, because sometimes, or when they're settling down, like morning and evening, but also we have different time zones in different places, so that
Yeah.
time should be different for different avenues, like what you were stating, KendyK. So I would say it really wouldn't matter, but whatever you're going to do, I would just say consistency is important, because I think that consistency is key no matter what you do.
I agree. Y'all think about it. The YouTube algorithm, if you go down in YouTube Studio for your channel, it has under the audience tab. If you scroll down in the desktop edition, but I've also seen it in the app for YouTube Studio as well. But if you go down on audience on that tab, it shows you in bright pink, kind of a fuchsia pink. It shows you when your viewers, your most recent viewers and subscribers are on YouTube. That is another way that you can better identify when is a good time, because you want your new content to go out, because that's the algorithm is looking to see, are folks watching when you post a video? Are folks involved in the live stream when you go live? Lala, what would you say?
When is the best time to post?
Mm-hmm.
I like to do, I like to watch that little bar for when most of my viewers are on. Mine was kind of wide, like it was from 10 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m. But I asked Chat Keisha, and it told me like in between noon and 4 o'clock to go ahead and post.
Mm-hmm. And mine, when I check those analytics, we call those analytics friends, when we go down into YouTube Studio, and you can get really up to the date, up to the minute information about your channel. The more you create content, the more information YouTube will spit out to you about your channel. And we call those the analytics, because this YouTube is run by supercomputers and algorithms, friends, coding designed to make the computer look and see how many views did that content get. It doesn't care what your content is. The supercomputers don't. Now, the YouTube Partner Program guidelines and policies, they do care. So don't violate those. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. But frankly, y'all, there's always someone in the world up on YouTube. And so if you're up, you can't sleep. If you get off at 5 a.m, go live on the drive home. It'll keep you awake. Friends, you got to work smart so that when you can get home, you can take your hot shower and get in the bed, right? That's what I see. Stephanie 50 and climbing, she goes to work about 6 a.m. every morning. And another one who does that is Mary's Life Journey. They go live on their drive to work. And so it's just something I look forward to now. The algorithm is waiting on them to check in with us. Sandra James says, yeah, she watches in the morning and before work. So, hey, these friends are going to be there. Grant Campbell, thank you for the question, Grant. Grant says, is it true that live posts aren't pushed out on YouTube as long as recorded content? Let me read that again, make sure I'm understanding. Is it true that live posts aren't pushed out on YouTube as long as recorded content? Go ahead, Lala.
I think what YouTube is going to push out what you're doing the most of. If you are shorter and all you do is shorts, they're going to push out your shorts. I saw an increase of what YouTube was pushing out by which format I was gifting it more of. So the minute I started doing more lives, it showed, my analytics showed that YouTube started pushing the lives out more. So once you find that balance, then you're going to see how YouTube is responding to what you are putting out.
Yes. And so content creators, again, in YouTube Studio, you want to look for your number of impressions, because impressions is the exact number of times they have put your thumbnail onto a viewer's device, be it their cell phone, their TV, their tablet, their computer. So if that number is down in the hundreds, or they only put it out on 10, you only have 10 impressions or less than 100, that's why you probably didn't get many views, because they didn't push your content out to many devices. So again, I'm going back to something Michelle said, and Lala just reiterated it. Consistency is the key. Mind the business that's going to get you to monetization and beyond. And friends, it's your long format content and it's your live streams. Okay. Not too much on those shorts. Shorts are going to bring in the viewers, and most of them will likely want to become subscribers if you're putting out your best content. But then, friends, you've got to really spend. It's the protein. It's the protein of it all. It's the mushroom. It would be a portobello. It would be a bun-sized portobello mushroom. Lala was in my Lala voice. That's not Lala's voice at all, unless it's Larry. I can't even say it. Lala, that was so funny on Sunday. But anyway, friends, what else should we be concerned about? It's all about SEO, friends, search engine optimization, getting our content and our channels in the YouTube algorithm so that the algorithm, the supercomputers can do the work for us. Friends, you want to put your content into chapters. And friends, oh my goodness, friends, I've been repeating this week after week after week after week. It's not even new anymore, but there is a new piece of a technology. It's called Ask Studio. You find it in YouTube Studio, and it's like a little pink diamond shape, and it hangs out at the top of your screen. But even if you're on the YouTube Studio app, you still have access to Ask Studio, but you can get far more capabilities. Always know that, from the desktop edition if you open up a full browser window versus working in the YouTube Studio app. But look for Ask Studio. I'm going to type that in so that you know what I'm saying. It is a beautiful pink color, okay? A fuchsia pink color, and it's called Ask Studio. Friends, you click on that and you tell that little thing what video you want it to do for you, and it will create chapters. A chapter is the different little parts of your live stream or your video. We don't have to go play, stop, type, play, stop, type, write it down. What time did it stop? What time did it end? What time did I'm going to take that little part out. It does it for us. I'm sorry, I'm talking too loud. It summarizes all of your content, friends, and it puts the timestamps on there for us. These were formerly called timestamps, same concept. Now they call them chapters. So, do you know that after this stream ends, I can go right into Ask Studio and I can ask it, when was KendyK and her co-host Michelle's Mirror and Lala Plant-Based Nutrition, Lala the High Vibe Coach Nutrition, and Michelle's Mirror. I got to make sure I say my co-host channel names. We got to get them out in the algorithm. Yes, we do. Thank you all for co-hosting this stream with me. But I'll ask it, when did I start talking about in screens? And when did I start talking about SEO concept strategy number 12 chapters? Yes. And yes, why do I have this handy dandy table up there? Well, it's for you, the Content Creator Collective, and it's also for the supercomputers. They are reading this table. Yes. And it's helping them to align my content so I can get the best chapters. Because when folks can read the chapters, they don't even know it. But when they're searching for things like end screens, how to make an end screen, it's not only going to bring up this episode of ShopTalk, but baby, it's going to bring it up like 8 or 10 or 12 different episodes, because KendyK talks about end screens all the time. It is one of the ways that I was able to level up and fully monetize my channel in just 6 months. Friend. And look at Michelle. Y'all, look at Michelle. She has already shared the magic ingredient. Is number 14 in our SEO strategies, consistency. It trains the algorithm. Consistency. I want my content creators to talk a little bit more about consistency. Michelle, what is consistency for you on your YouTube channel?
I would say consistency is just for one, creating some type of schedule for yourself that you can be accountable for and hold yourself accountable, and then showing up for that, being consistent, whether it's a day, a time, or even if it's just you're saying to yourself, okay, I may not know the day or time. If you're starting off and your schedule might be a little shifty, maybe you'll say, hey, I'm going to at least do, 2 lives, or I'm going to do 2 videos a week. This is how I'm going to present myself to my audience, so then they know that I'm here, and then also YouTube will know that you're here as well. So I say for myself, like me kind of shutting myself down in like November, December probably wasn't one of the best things for for, because I was going live like every night, and
Mm-hmm.
I was very consistent at trying to make sure I'm going live, and if I didn't make it, I would just go on live the next day. So that's something that, I definitely want to pick back up, and just being more consistent, because I would say just throughout my life, I've been very consistent. So I just want to make sure that I show up on my channel and be the same way. So
Okay, great. And you were Michelle. You were Michelle. She was definitely working on a health journey, but also she was out being fun in the city. She was out in the car going live. She was in the nail shop, in the nail spa going live. She was exercising in the gym going live. I was watching you, Michelle. I was clapping you, friend. Yes, and you're absolutely right, though. Friends, in order to stay in the algorithm, for the algorithm to keep churning in your favor, you've got to put out 2 pieces of content minimum. Minimum. And when I say pieces of content, I'm only talking about long format videos and or live streams. Now, y'all, that will keep you in the algorithm, and just barely. I'm just being completely honest. Being completely honest. So if you are not putting out long format content, at least 1 long format video and 1 live stream, or 2 live streams, or 2 long format videos per week, then you are starting over every week. The YouTube algorithm, we're small channels, y'all. We are small channels. Even KendyK's channel is still considered extremely small. So it doesn't take much for the algorithm to forget our channel and who our viewers are. Stay in the algorithm. Okay. Stay in the algorithm and remain consistent. Go ahead, Lala.
I I I second that. I second that. Not only about timing of how often you post, but what you are posting about. Having that consistent in what you're posting about, because we are training the algorithm as we are feeding it. We are giving it its diet, you know what I'm saying? So if, like you say, if I'm going to do traveling, and that's what I'm feeding the algorithm, and then I turn around and I'm talking about donuts, the algorithm gonna be like, wait a minute, I'm not gonna push this out to my traveling people, because they're gonna be like, what, the ham sandwich? I wasn't expecting that. So be careful
Yeah.
if you are going to, yeah, you know what I mean.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to agree with you, and I need to just be quiet because I'm breaking up your train of thought. I'm so sorry. Please go ahead, Lala. You were doing a good
Yeah,
job.
the train has stopped. That was pretty
I'm
much.
so sorry. I will not do that again. I will have to put my hand over my
You
mouth.
know, stick with your general. I mean, yeah, stick with the same topic. When you're trying to train the algorithm, especially like you said, we're a small channel and the algorithm is just getting to know us, and we say our name is Larry, and then the next day, and we say I'm training, then the algorithm isn't going to understand, and it's just going to put you off to the side and wait for you to figure out who you are before it can introduce you to other people.
Absolutely, Lala. You're absolutely right, y'all. That consistency is so important. Lala has been in these YouTube streets. She has multiple channels. Her channels are growing, growing, growing. She's got at this point millions of views in totality when you count all of the views from all of her channels. She's doing amazing work in the YouTube streets. Friends, don't forget about your old videos. I heard mention of content creator Michelle's Mirror, one of our co-hosts today, saying that I'm going to be working on my thumbnails. But y'all, keep that in mind. You still want to be making sure you get at least 2 pieces of content. Now, just to be honest with you now, I'm saying that is a minimum. I'm letting you know right now that's a minimum. 3 is real good, okay? And if you can do more than that, you're even better, okay? The more content you push out, the more impressions, which are your thumbnails, will appear on more devices. The more consistent you are in putting out regular content, that being long format videos or going live, the more the YouTube algorithm will respond in your favor. If you're whatever the situation is, that those are just the facts, and I'm sorry I have to be the one to break it to you, but friends, I was on YouTube for over a year, and it wasn't until about March of 2025 that I even had 200 subscribers. For over a year, friends, because I thought I was going to do YouTube my way when I had time. Yeah. 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 I was watching Kev on stage on TikTok. And I don't know anything about TikTok. Somebody sent it to me. But what his point was, did y'all see that? Kev on stage said, he posts about 20 to 22 pieces of content on 7 different social medias every day. He puts out 20 to 22 different pieces of content across 7 different social medias every day.
It's possible.
And so he said, "Do you think I feel like doing that every day?" He said, "I don't. But I do it because what I want more than anything is the results that I know I'm going to get when I do post to 7 different social medias every day." Friends, so even though I'm telling you what the algorithm likes to keep you in the algorithm, so to speak, but then I'm also saying then you can, those other days, set yourself up some posts to go out with words of encouragement, polls to ask your subscribers, your regular viewers. Your community posts go not only to your subscribers, they also go to your regular viewers, people who have viewed your content previously or even recently. What could you ask them? I just did a premiere about a sleep study. A poll question could be, have you ever had a sleep study? Yes, no. It was a sleep study at a sleep center. Friends, people love polls. I am learning. The more I only get a certain number of responses when I ask a question and want people to write a comment. But when I put a poll, y'all, I get double or triple the responses on a poll. Have y'all seen that? Lala is nodding, and then Michelle. Go ahead, Lala.
Yeah, I agree. I like polls. And then at one time, YouTube was gifting us, like for the quizzes and stuff. I would get like something in my inbox to say, "Hey, you answered such and such so many quizzes," and it gave me like a little award for answering so many quizzes on so many community posts.
So they gave you a badge, a
Yes.
special badge. I love that for you, Lala. No wonder your channels are growing. She said, look at this content creator, friends. She said, I had answered so many polls on so many other creators' pages on their channels that YouTube gave her a badge for that. What does that tell you? The algorithm is following and tracking how Lala is moving in the YouTube streets. We've got, go ahead, Michelle, share.
I was just agreeing on what you were saying regarding posts. I just think about engagement when I'm thinking about posts, and also watching people's videos, commenting on their videos is also a form of like engagement that I feel like is also noticed by YouTube. And it was like a little bit back I was gonna say that when I was hearing what you were saying about the consistency when we were there, I was thinking about like everything, like for myself, because that's some of what you said is what I tell people on my budgeting side is that, you got to think about, your what you learned in school, like what, when, how, why, like, are you doing certain things? And that's how your results will show up. Like, if you have to look at all aspects, it's not just a one size fit all. It doesn't just fix it off of, you just can't say, oh, I fixed all my thumbnails, but I didn't do this part. You have to do all things so then it could come together to be a whole pie. So I just wanted to add that in, that real quick. I know we were on going towards a different subject, but I did want to add that in.
No, thank you for bringing that up, because that little nugget, and it was a nugget. Thank you for the gem, Michelle's Mirror. Thank you for dropping that nugget, because another creator in the Content Creator Collective, and we are the Content Creator Collective, friends, we need to hear all of these things. And in fact, we need to hear them multiple times from different voices, right? Because the more someone says these things to you, at some point, it's going to click for you. It's going to finally make sense. And Michelle, you're exactly right. Any way that you can engage on a channel is helping you and the creator of that content. It's helping you be seen by their viewers when you drop in the comments and leave a good comment. Yo, you can drop a heart if you want, but think about how many millions of people drop a heart and move on. KendyK, when KendyK comes to your chat, KendyK is going to say, hey, y'all, hey, with a waving hand. And then I'm coming right back with another comment. And that comment is always going to be directly related to what that content creator is talking about. I'm letting that content creator know, one, that I come in peace. I am coming to talk about whatever you are talking about. We are going to be on topic, and we are going to work together, because the more I chat in someone else's comments, the more their viewers and subscribers are going to see my name and KendyK, being KendyK with her yellow background. Yellow is my signature color. Friends, level up. Level up. And friends, you've got to get out in the streets so that you can see what other creators are doing on their channel. Then you will know what you want to work on your own channel. There is nothing new under the sun. But you are the only one who can be you. So if you see something you like on someone else's channel, if you see how they run their live streams, what about that can you then start implementing in your live streams? What changed? What did you like? What did you not like? I definitely do not want to spend my live stream fighting trolls. Ain't nobody got time for that. Not at 50 and fabulous. I ain't got time for that. Not at all. Not at all. Friends, I'm just chatting it up. I'm just talking it up. I've got my great co-host here. Y'all, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Here, we're gonna come back to these things. I want to get over here to Tiff's take. Friends, introducing to some, presenting to others, none other than Tiff's take. Y'all, Tiff has been making some moves in the YouTube streets, y'all. This diva, Tiff's Take. One. That's her channel name. Tiff's Take 1. Friends, she has reached initial monetization. She has reached initial monetization. But friends, take a look at her channel page. Look at those titles on those first 2 videos. She deleted 1 million views today on her latest video. Long format video here, friends. She said that she deleted 1 million views off of her channel. First of all, she's telling us that she's had 1 million views on her content. Wow. She says YouTube denied my monetization. Well, what are you saying, KendyK? You said she reached initial monetization. She did. She's got almost 2,000 subscribers. And she had the 3,000 watch hours on her long format content and her live streams. And YouTube, actually the YPP, the YouTube Partner Program, denied her monetization. This week that happened. This week that happened. I'm going to stop there, friends, because I need you to get over there and support Tiff's Take and support her content. Support Tiff's Take and support her content. Watch that video and drop a good comment. Let folks see who you are. She's got a much bigger channel than I do. Support Tiff all the time. I'm going to put her down here under support Tiff. Check her out. Check out Tiff's Take. Okay. But the gist of this is this, friends. I'm going back over something that KendyK covered in July when these new YouTube Partner Program policies came out. In July of 2025. Lala, do you remember this? Y'all, we had new policy that came out July 2025. In order to monetize as part of the YouTube Partner Program, YouTube has always required creators to upload original and authentic content. Beginning July the 15th, YouTube is updating and double downing on their policy about mass-produced and repetitious content or anything that they define as inauthentic. Inauthentic. KendyK, wait a minute now, KendyK. What you make it plain, KendyK? What are you talking about? Talking about all them silent live streams and things folks are doing in the YouTube streets? All them silent lives? Were you not even present? Now, one thing's for sure, KendyK is using her avatar today. KendyK is in fact using her avatar today. But baby, what can never be said is that KendyK is not in the building. KendyK is in the chat. KendyK has co-hosts on her live streams. Friends, it's not me. It's the part. YouTube gave us advance notice and doubled down on that thing. And folks started playing with the YouTube Partner Program. And the YouTube Partner Program said, but we wasn't playing though. So denied. Monetization is denied. Friends, it doesn't matter if so-and-so's channel got to initial monetization. Do you know they're going to do another review before they give that person full monetization? And what are you going to do if you really don't have any content? Because most of your long format videos and or your live streams are just inauthentic. What are you going to? It's tight, but it's right. And sometimes you just have to say, ouch. It's a cautionary tale. You need to watch Tiff Takes video. And then you'll better understand why she was denied initial monetization and why in her most recent video in the last 24 hours, she's now had to delete 1 million views from content that was deemed inauthentic, repetitious. And another word that YouTube calls it, YouTube garbage, YouTube trash, AI trash. If all you're doing is replaying stuff that you find all over the YouTube streets or other social medias, that's YouTube garbage. It's AI generated garbage. And YouTube says we're cleaning our streets up. Shout out to Tiff's Take for being courageous enough to share this with content creators, because she doesn't want, she talks about it. Watch her videos, y'all. She talks about it, how that feels. So get over there, watch her video. Let her know that KendyK and the content creator that we are here supporting her, because she deleted
Yes.
1 million views. So before she goes back, they're giving her 30 days. Before she goes back and submits that application for the YouTube Partner Program again, before they do another channel review, she's got to get that stuff cleaned up. Okay. So let's just take a moment and let's just talk about that. Okay. And then you all check out episode 7 of ShopTalk. Go way back to episode 7, way back to July, where I had some very long live streams on all of this, giving you examples and whatnot. What it says is this, friends: YouTube is explicitly cracking down on mass-produced and repetitious content, including AI-generated videos that lack substantial human input or value. There is nothing wrong with KendyK using her avatar, because what do you hear live? KendyK is live and in full color, along with my co-host. We are talking, chatting, commenting, all of that. Y'all know you're in the bed. You know you're not even at home. Where is the substantial human input?
Mm-hmm.
The impact on AI generated content. Clarification here. YouTube is not banning AI. I'll say that again. YouTube is not banning AI. However, videos that heavily rely on scripting for narration or visuals without human transformation or commentary are at a high risk of demonetization. They said keep playing with the AI stuff that you think you're being so clever with AI.
Mm-hmm.
You're at
I
a
never
high
liked.
risk of demonetization. Go ahead, Lala. Go ahead,
I
co-host.
never, you know what? I never liked that anyway. I never could get on that train anyway because I felt that it was like cheating at solitaire. Y'all ever played solitaire before? It's like
Yeah.
cheating at solitaire. Like, why would you do that? If it's not something that it is going to be a reflection of your channel in the long run, like, it's all the time we is going to be staring at your cat playing balls. I mean, just for, I don't want to say anything particular because I don't
Yeah.
want anybody to think that I'm, calling them
Right.
out or anything.
Right.
Like, is that going to be the nature of your channel? Us watching your clock on the wall while we chat in silence? I don't want that to be a reflection of my channel. Nobody's going to go back and watch that 7 hour replay. I just did a 5 hour live. And I guarantee you, out of that 5 hour live, that I can make five long form videos, if not 10 long form videos, off of the value that I presented in that live. That has nothing into comparison of me. I was told just the other day to point the camera at my plants. Yes, it is a beautiful background, but it is not the main event. Point the camera at my plants and leave it on overnight.
Yeah. And,
No,
and what did the policy say?
no.
Videos lacking substantial human input or value are at a high risk of demonetization. Or, friends, what that means is if you're not even partially monetized yet, you're not going to be. Tiff is very transparent in telling you why she was not given initial monetization when she applied to the YouTube Partner Program. Shout out to Barry Walking Exercise. Shout out to Mr. Barry and Miss Liz. Barry Walking Exercise, y'all. There are elders. They are elders, but frankly, y'all, they walk more than me in a day. My goodness, in cool weathers too, in Florida. Shout out to you, Barry Walking Exercise. Thank you for joining us for this edition, episode 66 of Shop Talk. We're talking SEO, and we are talking about things that will prevent you from getting a YouTube check every month. Y'all, I got a YouTube check. Today is the 23rd. I got that YouTube check on the 21st. And I've
Candy.
gotten one every month
Mm-hmm.
since I've been fully monetized.
I would like to add that like I did watch some content. I don't remember the person's channel, but they were already monetized, and when like I guess when YouTube went through and they did like an audit or whatever they do
Yep,
behind the scenes, they
yep,
actually demonetized them and took away their content. Not only just for what you're mentioning above that you had stated, but also for like making like promises, like for example, like, oh, like, if I was to say in my channel, like, if you do this you can lose 10 pounds, you get what I'm saying, if I'm
mhm,
making weight loss, like guaranteeing something is going to happen because they're watching your video. And that's what I learned from, and it was
mhm.
like multiple different people. When once I watched one video, multiple videos came up of other people that it happened to. So, and so we got to be careful with that.
Yep,
There's also just making sure we understand the policies and procedures regarding what we're signing up for and what we're doing. I think it's just like an employment, just like you would sign up for employment. You have your do's and don'ts that you have to do with HR, and it's important to know what those things are. So I'm thank you for like pushing it out there for people to know what it means and have an understanding and understand how they can use it for their advantage and how it won't work for their advantage, could work for a disadvantage. And it's important because we might think that it's okay to like for me to have multiple channels but then have it the same information on multiple channels. That's for me, they don't even allow that because there was a person that came like in the content. They don't even, if they find out, they will again demonetize you, or you know they can ban you if they wanted to. I mean, it's good that they're giving her a chance to fix it in 30 days, but some people were saying they
yeah. Some people lost their. Wait a minute. Try again there, Michelle.
No, I said that someone was calling in, so I don't know if my
Okay.
phone had messed up. But what I was just ending it right there, just saying I had seen other things that you're referring to, but a different type of policy and how people were banned and demonetized. Just so you know, yeah.
Yeah, it's people. It's those who are applying to be in the YouTube Partner Program and get a YouTube check, okay, every month, and those who have been getting YouTube checks. Y'all, you can do a quick search from your YouTube on your YouTube search bar and look for demonetized channels, and hundreds, thousands of videos will come up. Whatever was allowed previously, policy changed on July the 15th, 2025. Policy has changed. So here are some of the key changes. Let's look at them. Focus on value added. Okay. What did you, as a content creator, what did you add to the video and to the content? Focus on value added. You need to be adding significant value to all of your content, meaning your videos and your live streams. Significant. Whether it's through adding original commentary, storytelling, or unique editing. Y'all, you could argue with me all day long, but you're not going to argue with me. You're not going to argue with me because I'm not the YouTube Partner Program. All I can say is, as a content creator who has gone through initial and full monetization with no problems, but I saw this one coming. As soon as I read what the changes would be way back in July 2025, I knew exactly what they were talking about because we see it all over the place, especially at this time of day on a Friday. Oh, people are starting. They're starting their streams, their unattended streams. And Tiff's Take has made a video about it. Now she has 2 out now. I think we should all watch to support another content creator in our collective. She has been over here in the comments as part of the collective. Let's support her. Let's help her to recoup some of those watch hours because she had to delete a whole bunch of content. So what is still allowed? AI is still allowed. Okay. They made it clear and explicit. We are not banning AI. In fact, if you use the new Ask Studio feature I just told you about, it's driven by AI. Friends, it said you should always be using AI to improve your videos, improve your thumbnails, and to streamline your content creation process. Check with Lala. Oh my goodness. She knows how to churn out shorts. She knows how to make the shorts look like the shorts we see all over all social medias. She can do them in her sleep, it seems. She even has me in some shorts, and I tend to be pretty proud of them. And you can still do those things with AI. But if you're using AI, yeah, I'm not going to get into the data details, okay? Because then you're going to try to say KendyK said this, KendyK didn't say anything. KendyK is sharing policy with you that you were supposed to have read. And in fact, you do have to hit the buttons when you apply to the YouTube Partner Program. You have to push the buttons that and check the boxes that say, yes, I read this, and yes, I understand it, and yes, I will abide by these things. And then they do the channel reviews. Now and in the future, even once you get monetized, they can come right back and snatch your channel for not following and maintaining. It is your job as a content creator on YouTube to follow their community guidelines and the guidelines of the YouTube Partner Program. Okay, so if you do reaction videos, if you do, it makes me think about Crazy Kid. He does those wonderful music reviews and background stories around music and songs and great groups. That stuff is all fine. New policy says that those things continue. They are still fine. But what you cannot do, is be inauthentic, put out content, repeated content that you let run for 10 and 9 and 8 hours every day. Well, it's on you. Okay. But what I can sleep well and will sleep well tonight because I know I shared it with you. Okay. Amy says, perhaps people are so impatient with how long it takes to monetize a channel that they try to take the easy way out. Yeah, whatever it is. I know people, but friends, I guess my thought has always been this. If you did all of that just to get initial monetization, what do you think you're going to do in order to actually get companies who will want to take your content and attach ads to it? Because that's what you get paid from, is the ads that can be attached to your content. Who would want to attach ads to nothing? Barry says a lot of people are going to get caught in it. Yeah. And it saddens me. It saddens me. How did I reach full monetization? One long format video and one live stream at a time. Michelle, share.
I would just say that, like what Amy was saying, that there's just, I think like throughout life, there's no easy way out, right? There's no easy way to anything that is going to be a success for yourself. So if we're thinking about our content, if we're thinking about our weight, if we're thinking about our finances, if whatever we're thinking about our education, everything is one step at a time. And let me tell you, it's hard to move up, but it's easier to fall down. And I try to remember that throughout my whole life on everything that I did, thinking about, how easy it is to fall off of a ladder, but how hard it is to climb up it. I keep that image in my head at all times. So that's something we have to know, that to reach to the top, to get where whatever your top is, whatever your mountain is, you have to be the things that's being talked about today on KendyK's channel. Consistency, but also taking it one step at a time and understanding my thing for 2026, which it could be yours too, is me against me. So I'm not comparing myself to anyone. I'm here. I want to learn. I am willing to put in the effort and be consistent and understanding what I did that possibly slowed me down, but I'm wanting to do better. And it has to come directly from you. Somebody could lead you to the water, but they can't make you drink.
Absolutely. So I'm not gonna repeat it. Everything Michelle said, I'm in full agreement. Everything Michelle's mirror, y'all. Michelle has found her voice as a co-host now, hasn't she? Y'all, we've got Vicky's World Two Moms has a question of clarification for us for the Content Creator Collective. So should we not be doing shorts, but should we be doing community posts every day instead? I would say do both. Or do either or. Remember now that your shorts are going to go out to more folks. Okay? They're going to go out to impressions of your shorts. Pictures of your shorts are going to go out to more devices globally anyway. They're going to go out to far more devices than your long format videos and your live stream thumbnails. Period. Because they're short. Okay? What shorts do is bring viewers to your content. Viewers get to see short snippets of your content. And many times people will subscribe just based off of your shorts because they were highly informative, they were highly engaging, or they were highly comical, or they were just fun. Whatever they like something about it, a lot of folks will hit subscribe. I've done it myself, just off of your short. What shorts historically is the algorithm, and as YouTube data will say all the time, shorts won't bring in subscribe. Well, they will subscribe, but it won't bring in the watch hours. It can't bring in the watch hours because in order to get initial monetization or even full monetization, they only count the watch hours from your long format videos and your live streams. What you're going to get from shorts is a whole bunch of views. And some of those viewers will hit subscribe just from your shorts. Michelle, give us an idea. How do you use shorts on your channel at this moment and or community posts?
I haven't done many community posts, but I will speak about my shorts. So what I was doing before is I was actually doing my live streams, or a video, and then I will cut it up into shorts. And I had multiple shorts. So if you guys probably see me or anything, a lot of my subscribers came from my shorts. And I did do my lives that had like some of the people within the community. So what you're saying is absolutely correct. When you are thinking about your overall sustainable subscribers, right? The people that are always going to come back to your channel to watch your content to help you get your watch hours. That's what you're really wanting to look for. And I think you're going to find that more when you do your lives, when you show your personality of who you are. But your shorts, some people, they're like, oh, I like that, or I want to support this person. Sometimes that's how they look at it, like, oh, I'm supporting you in this thing, but they may not, want to dedicate themselves to being solely like watching your content. They might stop in, but that's the goal, is to get them to eventually maybe stop into your lives or watch a long form. And one of the key things I would say is just like, when you have your long form, yes, break it up. If you can, make one or two shorts out of it. I think it's good. And then community posts, I answer a lot of community posts, but I actually haven't used that feature, and I actually have to look up even how to do what is that, deliver the surveys or polls. I don't really know how to do that stuff yet, so again, I'm still in my learning phase. I'm a baby. I'm still on some baby food, but I'm gonna slowly get there.
Okay. And thank you for admitting that to us, Michelle, because your channel has still grown because of your consistency. But friend, yes, if you're not using community posts, use those community posts. Community posts appears as a tab. So just like when you go through YouTube to upload a video or to create a short or to look at a playlist, if you keep tabbing over, even on the app, it will have post. And that is how you can add a post. If you're on the desktop edition, you hit that create button, and one of the drop down things that you can create is a post. And it literally, it'll walk you through step by step. But thank you, Michelle. I'm writing it down. We'll do a step by step during one of our upcoming episodes of Shop Talk, all about how to create a community post and how to use them to help build your audience. I love community posts because I think of it as, remember, community posts go to your subscribers and your most recent viewers of your content. And then, so like if they were watching your short, or better yet, if they were watching a long form video or a live stream, and then you come back the next day with a community post, welcoming them back, telling them when you have it, hey y'all, I'm working on a great video. I plan to have it up on Saturday morning or on Sunday. Please join me for the premiere. I use my community posts all the time. Today I said, y'all, because KendyK has been, do you hear me, y'all? Absent. I think my last video upload, I uploaded a long format video on Monday. And then life happened. And now it's Friday, friends. But I had a whole bunch of community posts going out throughout the week, so my folks would know where I am. But today I was so proud to be able to share with viewers that, hey, you're getting a double header from KendyK. We've got a premiere Followed right back by Shop Talk episode 66. And guess what? You're going to see me tomorrow again for another edition of Shop Talk. And on Sundays, we always do the Sunday sunrise edition of Shop Talk. Consistency looks different for everyone. It really does. Lala, anything on shorts and posts, how you're using them, anything to support? I think that was Gemini Diva 79. Or actually, it was
I
Vicky's
like
mom asked about that.
I like to use my shorts like little cliffhangers as introductions to my live. YouTube has been gifting me a little short after each live and give me like a highlight. And I think I tapped into the algorithm of how YouTube gives me highlights for my lives. I say the word highlights during my live, that's YouTube gift me. And it's kind of like a little teaser to how long or the live is about. And the button is there for you to connect your long form or your live to what is relevant to that short. So that's why I use my short. And I've been using my community posts for when I start a live, before a live, after a live, or as far as long form is concerned, I say, hey, I'm about to go live. And in the middle of my live, I can share in the middle of the live and say, this is what we're talking about in the live and after the live. And so many things you can do with the community posts.
Thank you, Lala. Connection might be a little bit weak. We're getting to that time of the day. But let me say this to you, Vicky's World, and thank you for asking such good questions or just asking for clarification. We appreciate you dropping in the chat, and to everyone who's asked questions through the chat today, because this makes it a very informative live stream where folks can learn more about these strategies. So do views count towards monetization? The views from your long format content and your live streams. Your views from shorts do not count unless you've got, y'all, what is it? 9 million, 90 million, some crazy number. And if you don't have
6 million. And this
yeah, the number is so crazy. And it's in the last 90 days. You've got to get all these million number of views from shorts in order to monetize off of shorts. So if it's not already happened, the likelihood of it happening is not great, friend. You got to focus on the long format content and the live stream. You're gonna need the portobello mushrooms, or you're gonna be like me. You're gonna need that filet mignon. KendyK loves her filet mignon steak, beef, baby, beef. Lala's would be a portobello mushroom. Okay, but you need the protein. You need the protein. The protein of your channel, friends, is going to be your long format video and your live streams, because that is what YouTube counts towards initial monetization. You're going to need 3,000 watch hours. Minute by minute, those minutes add up to hours from every one of your viewers. They don't have to be your subscribers. They just need to view your content. That's why you add the end screens. That's why you put your content in a playlist so they can binge watch your content. And you need at least 500 subs for initial, and it takes 1,000 subs for full monetization. Yo, we're gonna move this train along. That's why KendyK comes back 3 times a week, friends. So, friends, if you want to be in KendyK's parade of channels, well, friends, you can do a whole bunch of things. One is being part of the Content Creator Collective, chatting it up in that chat. And friends, I add a few of these every time I go to Shop Talk. I try to add 1 or 2 of these. Today we added Tiff's take, but I moved her out in front of the parade. So because she was so courageous, she did a courageous thing. And she has helped a lot of creators because of her courage to share that she was not monetized. She was denied initial monetization. She's going to help a lot of creators. And I appreciate her for that. But we want to do a celebration, y'all. It's time for a celebration. We are celebrating our good friend in these YouTube streets. KendyK had the pleasure to interview JC Calamity Jane on my channel, my interview spot, Coffee and Conversations. JC Calamity Jane, y'all, it was just earlier this week. She was initially monetized, and within 30 hours, she became fully monetized. So, y'all, type that in the chat. Type her initials JC. I keep telling y'all she's our real life Calamity Jane. Y'all drop those initials JC in the chat. Y'all, she did a big one. She did a big one. She is now a fully monetized content creator, and she has worked hard. You talking about consistent, friends. She is. I'm surprised. Well, I know what she's doing today. She's working. She works a full-time job just like I do. But this human here, she was on a mission to monetize her channel. She said she had a lot of vacation time through the Christmas holidays, and she used that time wisely. Wow. And she was up with the chickens. And she took us along with her on many days. So as she fed her chickens yesterday morning, as she told us she had reached full monetization, she was feeding her cats. That's great content with significant human value added to it. Not just showing us the empty floor for 12 hours. No. She was right there with her chickens, feeding them, interacting in the chat, talking, and all of that. And congratulations, you have worked hard. Thank you for being a member of KendyK's crew. So Michelle, do I have you on this channel parade? If I don't, then you're going to find yourself up there real fast, because I love to honor creators who do a big one. And this was a big one. Michelle, y'all, she has found her voice right here in ShopTalk. I love that. Yeah. Shout out to JC all the way. Look at all of these kudos. I know. Round of applause. Michelle is giving JC a round of applause, and she certainly deserves it. Okay, I'm going to roll through the rest of these pretty fast. Y'all check out D Bossway. D Bossway is celebrating another big one. She's celebrating her wedding anniversary. So shout out to D Bossway, another friend. She's been here in the chat for this episode of Shop Talk. Friends, I'm going to keep rolling because we've had a great conversation. Crazy Kid 949, another one of our co-hosts. Always honor our co-hosts by making sure that they have a page in our channel parade. I just want folks to see your channel, and I want to see your channel name, because I want the algorithm to see your channel name as well. I'm putting you with intention into the YouTube algorithm. Monique Pope helps us to moderate this stream, and she's a member of KendyK's crew. It's Simply Sunshine Moments. She has celebrated a birthday too. It was my pleasure to be over there on her birthday, spending time with her on her channel, and I'm often over there. She's doing more and more live streams on her channel. KendyK, how do you know all this about all these channels? Because I get out in the YouTube streets. Joshua Sickles, one of our top commenters on this channel. We honor you, Joshua. Thank you for being you. Poetic Tears. I hope you know Poetic Tears in the YouTube streets. It's Sandra. We call her Sandra, and she is a member of KendyK's crew. Anthony Holmes 71. Any of my custom music? 2 people created that music for me, Anthony Holmes 71 or D Bossway. Y'all contact them. When I use their music, I always put their channel link in my description box. That's what being a good and ethical YouTuber looks like. Okay. Simply Debbie Sue had new content, new story dropping today on a Friday. I was just in a live stream with another creator, another Sandra that we know. And I said, Simply Debbie Sue's stories are kind of like just getting a warm hug. it's just like getting a warm hug. The stories are amazing. She narrates all of them. And shout out to you, Simply Debbie Sue. She's been with us in this episode of Shop Talk as a member of the Content Creator Collective. It's Lala, the high vibe coach, plant-based nutrition. She's also one of our top commenters and member of KendyK's crew, and also helped me to co-host this live stream today. So what's going to happen today after this live stream, Michelle? Check your email. I'm going to be sending you a link, you and Lala, because you co-hosted this stream with me. We'll be setting up an official collaboration. That means, you know how on this stream you see KendyK's channel page in a little circle with my photo and my yellow background on it. If you accept the official collaboration, YouTube will help to push out my co-host as well. So it won't just be KendyK's circle, it will be Michelle's Mirrors circle if she accepts the official collaboration, and it will also list Lala's. So if you check Sunday's edition of Shop Talk, go back to that and you will see that it's not just my picture down there. Lala's picture is listed as well, so folks can have a direct link to pop right on over there to your channel. Yeah. Jelly Bean, another creator that I met right here in Shop Talk, loved her content, and she gave me a huge shout out over on her channel through a community post. Brit Family Fun has now reached initial monetization, and she's on the last mile towards full monetization. We want to honor Coffee No Cream, and it's Cream Friends with an E. Broke but bountifully blessed. If I'm not mistaken, she needed 4 subscribers to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I saw a great community post from our good friend JC Calamity Jane. Friends, as a content creator, what you put out into the world is exactly what you're going to get back. What you put out in the YouTube streets is exactly what you're going to get back. If you're not supporting other creators, if you're just dropping over in there saying hi, and before they can even call your name out in the live stream, you are gone, well, that's what you're going to get out back, because that's going to be about 1 or 2 minutes of watch time that you need towards monetization. That might be what you're doing wrong while you haven't yet reached initial monetization. You get back. It's the law of reciprocity, y'all. That's Bible. Okay. It is the law of reciprocity. I'm sorry, y'all. It's tight, but it's right. Okay. Brooklyn Beauty TV, much larger content creator than I, with 4,000 subscribers. Yet she frequently comes over to chat it up with us on Shop Talk. Thank you for your contributions. Chicken Explorers, you know KendyK loves a chicken community. And so happy to connect these creators, Chicken Explorers, Cali Chickens, JC Calamity Jane, all of these content creators who do chicken content. And it's KendyK and it's Shop Talk. Y'all, I do coffee and conversations. I'm now booking for February and March, and we've got a fire interview coming up at next week on Saturday with Melinda GTV. Y'all point your camera to that QR code if you would like to do my little intake form. Just get your channel name, see what your availability is if you want to do an interview with me. You always get an interview if you co-host for Shop Talk, but if you want a more in-depth interview, and I do something a little bit different for every interview. I want to really make it special for you so we can highlight you and your content. Vicky's World say, I watch chickens. I love them. Oh, but your wife is allergic. Ooh, sorry. Well, you better keep watching on TV. JC Calamity Jane and Chicken Explorers are my favorite chicken channels. Yes. Yeah. I watch Pat's Kitchen as well. I sure do. Thank you, Pat. Welcome. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, friend. Y'all, we're going to let my co-host, I see that Michelle is still here. Co-host Michelle, what are you working on your channel? And tell us what we can see from you this weekend, or what's happening on your channel. This is your channel. We're ending here. So share
Okay.
what you.
So I'm currently doing the 75 hard challenge, which is part of like my weight loss journey. And then I am also with that part of it, I am reading the 48 Laws of Power right now. So I am dyslexic. So one of my challenges for myself for this year, which I have done every other year except last year, is to read. And now I am reading out loud, which is kind of not like me because I really don't like to share that part of myself. But I am walking over that fear, right? In 2025, I mean 2026. So I am doing that, and then some more things to look forward to, like I mentioned before, some more financial literacy content coming forth that is going to tie into, like, it could tie into any aspect of your life that you can utilize it for, which I'm not limited to anything. So when I say the content, my goal is to set it up for budget as well as for your small business, and then you can decide what part or what segment you are in your life and then continue to grow. And if you have questions, you can always email me. Thank you. Thank you,
Ooh,
Candy.
love it. Michelle. Y'all, Michelle is here. She is showing up today, friends. And I like it. Michelle, best to you. You have certainly leveled up. I can see the difference. You are, y'all, the only thing that will help you get over going live is to go live. Okay. I continue to be nervous every time that I go live. Irregardless of what it may sound like, I am nervous every time I go live. For some people, it is just like talking, but for me, it is not. It is not. But Michelle, would you say to someone who wants to join me as a co host, would you say that how is it? How is the experience co-hosting Shop Talk with KendyK?
I think it's relaxed, also informative. Because as you're up here, you're learning things. And I think that is something that you can challenge yourself to do. And if you're shy, like I am, I'm an introvert, you can definitely step outside the box a little bit, because I think that growth is about those growing pains internally. So I think, even if you're a little shy, step outside because Candy's also very welcoming. I'll tell you, very welcoming. If you haven't noticed that from the audience, she's very welcoming. So I think it's something you should do.
Okay. And as Michelle has been doing all of Shop Talk, she has dropped another gem. I hope you caught it. She said that growing pains is about growing. Did I get that right?
Yep, you said it. Perfect.
Growing pains is about growing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I see big things in your future, Michelle. Best to you. And y'all, we've dropped her link several times. So make sure that you all check out Michelle. I forgot it. Michelle's
Michelle's
Mirror.
mirror. Yeah,
Michelle's Mirror. Y'all, I've got 50 channel names in my head. We just did the channel parade.
it's
Y'all,
okay.
and with that, y'all, this is how you know KendyK is still 50 now. KendyK is still 50. Y'all, thank you for joining me for this episode of Shop Talk. And on behalf of myself, Michelle's Mirror, and Lala, America's High Vibe Coach, goodbye for now. I gotta play some music so I can do my end screens, y'all. So I'm gonna play a little bit of music. Michelle, you're welcome to go if you want, or stick with us. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna play some music so I can attach my end screens to this. Yeah, let me see if I can do it real fast. Thank you all for joining us for this edition of Shop Talk. I'll be here tomorrow with Shop Talk and always the Sunday Sunrise edition. I didn't have it set up at all. KendyK, what are you doing? Because I did that premiere. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Created by D Bossway. Thank you, D Bossway. It's that time again, we shine again. From Memphis to the Northwest, when it's love, it's life, it's every day. KendyK all day. Morning like coffee in hand. Making moves with a master plan. Simple things make the spirit stay. We find our joy in the everyday. Keep it real, that's the only way. For the love and all you make. From little breaths to dreams that play. We glow up, then
in our own state. We living, we vibing. Good food, good love, we thriving. Every gem she drops, we finding our way. KendyK all day, KendyK all day, yeah. KendyK all day, yeah.